What up, though, my space? Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode. God has blessed us to see another week. Let's make the best of it. I greet you with the word love. If you new, checking out the channel, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. Also, hit the thumbs up. It's free. Also, share this material. Share this material, my space. We're going to get right at it. This topic is inspired for the simple fact, I watch quite a bit of news, and I've been seeing quite a bit young men getting out of jail, killing their mother, the very person that's held them down, the very person, the very individual that's by their side when nobody else is giving a damn. These young men are killing their mothers. It was a case in North Carolina, a case in Illinois. I'm just seeing, quite a few situations like this, and it's concerning. It's concerning. So, ladies, I say, ladies, I want you to put your loving ear on, especially if you have kids and you're dealing with young boys. Maybe they're approaching 10 or preteen or teenagers. I definitely want to encourage you to provide, instruct, guide. However, do not empower your young child. Do not empower your young child. Okay. In certain neighborhoods, you might have the uncle or cousin or somebody trying to tell your 13-year-old child or your 12-year-old child he's the man of the house. No, shut it down. Shut that rhetoric down. Do not empower them to be on your level. They ain't the man of the house unless they're paying all the bills or half the bills. And really taking care of you. Taking care of you. If you have a medical condition and they're going above and beyond making sure you get into your appointments. For instance, let's use an example. If you had dialysis and he's 14, 15 and the state don't let him get his license early or what have you, just so he can get you to your appointments, something like that. If he have a job, again, if he's paying the mortgage or half the mortgage, if he's not doing anything close to that, do not empower him. Because too many cases, you have mothers empowering these young boys, and because their brains are not fully developed, they're not fully developed. Their brain is still steady growing, and they're learning. And when they think they're the man of the house a little bit too young, they get to doing what they want to do. They get to acting how they want to act. They listening to music. They listening to a lot of gangster music or whatever. And most of this stuff, these gangster guys, they've been there, done that. They're trying to get out of that. But a young child want to live that life that these guys have lived already. They want to get out. That's why they're doing music. That's why they want to get off in the movies. That's why they want to own businesses. Because they don't want that lifestyle anymore. However, a young youth listening to that, that's a great influence. So again, provide, guide, instruct your young men. Do not empower them as they're the man in the house. Because by doing this, they really believe they're the man of the house. And I've known women, their sons is pulled up on them while they out mixing and mingling at a lounge. He's 17, 18, pulling up, hey, I'm worried. I thought you would be home by now. What successful man want to deal with some craziness like that? Do not empower your teenage son. Do not empower. If you want to allow them to develop their leadership skills, if you want to allow them to try to problem solve and make certain decisions on their own, great. Long as you overseeing it. And while they problem solving, you can say, hey, well, that's good that you did it that way. That's cool. However, I would have did it this way. And just show them it's a better way. But after they've already develop their problem solving skills, all that's fine. But do not empower your son when he's a teenager as he's the man of the house. Because when he start going through trouble and then you start giving him resistance, you start imposing your will, they not going to understand it. Now this immature brain want to take out the very thing that he's been listening to on the radio. He's going to take it out on you. All right, mothers, I appreciate you. I'm grateful. There's so many women that hold our community down. And there's so many men, that could be doing better by their kids. But again, I just want to uplift the women. I want to encourage you with this word. I want you to receive it in love. I'm not trying to tell you how to raise your kids. However, I'm noticing in the news, you got more and more kids, sons, more and more sons. Could be daughters as well, but I haven't really came across the daughters fighting and killing their mothers. However, young ladies, please receive this in love. And this concludes the topic of the day. To love and happiness, and no matter what you're going through, continue to love.